Shit Talker Black. I had a chance to go over interruption. Shit Talker Black. Well, everyone was getting ready for school. I spoke to my entities, although no one can see them because you know they are in my pineal gland, right? And some of the things that I had for my new year, which is today, March 5th, I set some things up to do for today. And he is the first one that I wanted to be there. But the adjustment bureau turns and fucks up shit, but that's okay. I'm still going to go from what I wanted to do. Because of what he is seeing, he did not know that he was also using neurolinguistic programming and that he was also keeping us under a spell. This is why I say in death, we are much stronger than we are when we come in the flesh against our enemies. Because they don't know what it is, but once they die, they seem to get so much smarter or something. Because they can tell me some stuff that is not heard on this earth. And there is a song, you know? Something like, it says something about your name and the world didn't give it to me. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. And this little light of mine, the world did not give it to me. Although I picked up bits and pieces from the world and big ass puzzles, but they did not give me this. Also, people say, oh, you talk about the views. You know, there's only a couple of people that say this shit, right? You damn real. He is on any and everybody else's page. He has many, many views, although really, you know, you just go and listen, but they put you back on the mic control when you're done. Because if they did it, you would know about him, as I know about him. You would know that he was raising Lazarus. You would know that Elijah Muhammad raised him and he was Lazarus. And he's also a laser in the United States. You know? He is raising the so-called black man's mind. They all come and they come as they know at that time. It is like Jacob's ladder. You know, he is one of the steps of Jacob's ladder, and I am Jacob, and so is he. Now, as I said about my views, this is Malcolm X on my page. In 2 weeks, he has gotten 25 views. In 2 weeks. Isn't that something? Wow. I know these bastards are stopping me because there are many of you out there waiting to hear what I am saying. You have heard the rest. And my NTC say, now hear the best. It's not me though. I'm not the best. It is them. They are the ones that are telling me these things. So I'm going to go with him and we're going to see what he's talking about. And it's too loud. And you know what? I'm just so elated that there were those who had video to, you know, to get the video of them speaking. You know, Elijah Muhammad, they did not get the video of the prophets. You know, I'm sure there are, because there were videos then. I'm sure there are videos, but they are not going to let the prophet out because the things the prophet taught, my Abba did not teach either. You know, the prophet, he taught about galactic beings. And, I mean, the prophet was very, very galactic in his knowledge. And I mean, my Abba would speak on the prophet here and there. He would just say the prophet, but never would say his name. He just said the prophet, and he would say here and there things about the prophet. However, the prophet is the one that just brought us a lot of knowledge. And when they killed them all in the 1920s, they put us under neurolinguistic programming again. So you know, that we would not know our true story, our story, not his story. That's the story that Big Man gave us. And they keep us going, even when we are teaching each other and raising ourselves up, they still keep us going under neuro-linguistic programming. That It's the first programming. You know the Towers of Babylon. Neurolinguistic programming to fuck up our language. You fuck up your language, you fuck up your DNA. Oh shit, he's still too loud. No, he was raising the Fester'N Lazarus. So who bombed his house? While he raised the Fester'N Lazarus, and while they are trying to kill him off, literally, like physically, and they did, they sought another way to kill off the prophet. Elijah Muhammad. He is my prophet too. This is my prophet too. They are all prophesizing the raising of my mind, and yours too. I want to hear what he just said again. I would love to have a father or a brother or an uncle who would take a stand, even a son. But there are none. Males hate me more than females. Isn't that something? Wow.
Narrow-minded people.
Narrow-minded.
Compromise and later on have to grow up in shame and in disgrace.
And later on grow up in what? In shame. And his children still grew up in shame. And then his grandson, they murdered him too. So now you have two shames. And shame is an Ima, written backwards. Imas mean more than one. And to call ourselves mom or mother, and especially mommy. Mommy, that's some pink people shit. What the fuck? You know how the word mother came about? You would not want to call your mother a mother or a mommy or a mom anymore, especially not mommy. But you cannot tell the so-called black man any motherfucking thing. Not today. Because the programs are written for you not to want to be corrected. And the title of this program, the first title is Apathy. But you know they have 13 levels to this shit, right? In the 13 levels, say you have 13 books. Each book has 30 chapters, not 33. Each book has 30 chapters. In each chapter, there's something else like paragraphs. Man, they have all kind of ways to fuck us up. And certain words are really, really fucking us up. Mommy, child, mother, mom, mama. Frankie J called my granny mother. She always called her mother. That was the beginning of fucking us up. We must use our own words. You can find Hebrew or you can find Arabic. Mix these two words to get these two languages together if you like. York, he mixed the two together in a read on the internet. And it was a melanated man who wrote. He was making up his own language. And that gave me so much respect for York. Because they had to see What connected him to my elbow? What connected the prophet to my elbow? What connected Elijah Muhammad to my elbow? What connected York to my elbow? What connected Marcus Garvey? What connected Haile Selassie? I had to find out what connected them. And there are things that connect them. And York and my elbow both were teaching the children a different language from this Babylon bullshit, which have made us no longer under the neurolinguistic programming, even though they know the Hebrew and the Arabic too. Still, it is not like the Babylon language that will confuse us. In the middle of confuse, United States. At the end of confusion is a sin. They tell you a sin is, as if you do this, if you do that. So they're committing great sins upon all earthlings, every earthling on the planet. Even though committing great sins against the universe, the galactic, the galaxy. The pink man is committing all these sins and bringing about so much confusion. Another sin is your social security. No, it's social identity number. Your social security number, that's a sin too. That's the biggest sin, the first sin for the so-called black man, because they had to get rid of everyone in the 1920s. And then they had to begin to bomb Haile Selassie using chemical weaponry and to worry Marcus Garvey to fucking death. That's what they tell us. But Marcus Garvey comes to me. You only come to me if you are murdered. Do not come to me because you worried yourself to fucking death. No. You do not come to me. Only one come to me from natural causes, and they don't think it is natural causes. It's my granny, my grandma Jim, and my mama Edna. I do not know if I know my mama Edna, she died in agony. Probably was murdered from all the medication because Jenkins took her and put her in the hospital. Still allowing me to go to her house, keep her in her house and take care of her. That's the type of work I was fucking doing. Damn, I would have loved to have done it for one of my own instead of doing it for other people. This pink chick, wasn't as old as the rest. Something was wrong with her mind. I guess they experimented too much with her or something. She did not know her foot from a fucking spoon. But when I walked in that room, that bitch called me a motherfucking nigger. How do you not know your foot from a fucking spoon? But when you see me, a gold one, all of a sudden I become a nigger. Because they were playing in her mind back then too. They have always played in their own people's minds. See, this is not him speaking there. He does not have on a shirt and a tie. So someone decided to show us him in a shirt and a tie, which they should have showed us him speaking. So now they're only giving me his voice. I cannot see his expressions. I cannot see what his hands are doing. I cannot see anything. This is called a voiceover with a fake-ass picture. See? The Black Muslim movement. The Black Muslim movement. He said black first because he lacked the knowledge of who he is himself. You will only call yourself black if you not lack the knowledge of who you be. That's why I did not call myself black as a child. I can look at my skin and tell I was not black. No, it's James Brown. He was not black either. He was the same as his name. He was brown. But yet, he had his brown ass up there singing. I'm black and I'm proud. And then I get my ass beat. See, I blame the invisible ones for that shit. I'm not going to blame James Brown. I'm not going to blame my Abba Jenkins. No, I'm not going to do that. I blame the invisible ones. They were invisible then and they are invisible now. Just as a shadow is on the wall, there could be an invisible motherfucker. You think it is a shadow. It is an invisible motherfucker. Not saying that is what's going on here, though.
Wow. Aspects of that movement that teaches you to be very careful and conscious of how you look, which is a positive contribution on their part. But that positive contribution on their part is greatly offset by too many.
And that's why he said, but is greatly offset. It puts us into a material realm.
Other liabilities, too many other liabilities. Tonight, we want to discuss.
Now, I also want to put it this way. You know, he was a threat to the state. And it was almost like Will Smith played that part, you know? And then who did play him? Oh, Denzel Washington played him. But it was like Will Smith played the part in the movie. Damn, they snatched shit so fast. It was Enemy of the State. You bastards, haha. It was Enemy of the State. See, they cannot keep my enemies, my entities anyway. If my entity is a runner, will give me the word I need. So they could not, they used Will Smith. And you know, they went into Will Smith's house. They didn't bomb it, but they put it in his suit. And remember what he said about his suit. And then Will Smith put this suit on. Said they left him a suit. It would have been the same as Will Smith. Because they were doing this shit back then. How do you think they got Lazarus to rise his ass up out of the motherfucking crowd and to kill him and have no heart whatsoever, to be filled with apathy, to kill him? Not just in front of the congregation, but also in front of his two little girls and his wife. And I think I got rid of wife. I should have left it there so we could go back to it. And his wife, see, they give us the word wife so that we can be shamed. And we do be shamed because we have a wife. Not only that, when you go to the courts or you go and you get the paper and you get married the way the pink man has given us a way to get married, it is the same thing as a contract of birth. And now double time you have sold your children. We, the melanated man, have sold our children to the Queen of England. She is the one that holds all the contracts of birth. She does not call them a birth certificate. She calls them a contract of birth. Also, a birth certificate, that came from the prophet. And it also came from so-called Black Wall Street. They called it a certificate because there will be money behind it. However, the pink people got hold of it, and the Queen of England, she changed it all. To us being her slaves, the money is still behind it, but the United States uses it the way they want to. This is why they send a lot of you to war, and you die. No one knows the money is there. Your parents, we don't know the money is there. So the money goes back to them. Isn't that something? How they can do all this wicked shit and get away with it? Wow. He said yes.
When I came here today, I was a bit. Last night, the temperature was about 20 above, and when this explosion took place, I was caught in what I had on, some pajamas.
The explosion.
And trying to get my family out of the house.
The explosion, do you hear me? And you want to know who would who would want to kill someone who can raise a Fester'N's corpse? Wow. Wow.
None of us stopped for any clothes at that point. 20-degree cold. And I myself was.
It's freezing outside in Obama's house. With his wife and children in it. And it's freezing outside. I lived in Chicago, 20 below. It is fucking freezing outside. You put on like 12 pairs of coats and clothes, and then try to take your blanket with you.
I had gotten into the house of the neighbor next door.
You see, he had a neighbor. We don't have neighbors anymore.
Being in that condition for so long, I would get pneumonia or a cold or something like that. So a doctor came today, nice doctor too.
Nice doctor. Nice doctor. And the word nice is ice. The word nice also comes from the word ignorant. It derives from the word ignorant, stupid, not knowing. Yes, it does. He ejects something in my arm that naturally put me to sleep. And he think the doctor was nice. Wow.
I've been back to sleep ever since the program started.
The program started. I have not had any sleep since the program started. What program? What program is he talking about? He does not even know himself, but he knew once he died, he knew what the program was.
In order to get back in shape. So if I have a tendency to stutter or slow down, it's still the effects of that drug. I don't know what kind it was.
See, he don't even know what kind of drug they gave him. So if I am to stutter or slow down, is it still the effects of the drug? Because I do not know what kind of drug it was. Why? This is what I do ask all of you. Are so intelligent. You know so much. Yet there was something you did not know. And guess what they told me? It was neuro-linguistic programming. See, I am not up under that program because I know about the words. I know it. I did not know the title neuro-linguistic programming. I got that from the pink people. But once the pink people began to actually explain that shit to me, I knew that what my entities told me about words and dealing with the saints of Harmabeth and how they took it and now it is a curse unto us and this, it was dealing with the title neuro-linguistic programming, and that's why I stay on neuro-linguistic programming. This is 22 minutes in. Love you, Bobs.